Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again to the greatest podcast on my Facebook wall. It is the only one on my wall, but I'm glad you're there for it. This is the State of the Nerd Union, where we talk about all of our favorite nerdy subjects. And from now on, we're going to take a good old long break from Marvel. Suck it, Marvel. We've talked about you enough. We're moving on.
We love you. We love the Avengers.
We love you, but we're tired of talking about you.
Until we talk about Marvel.
Exactly. We're taking a 3-month break until Ant-Man or whenever that is. Anyway, tonight we're talking about one of my favorite cartoons of all time. And I'm sure it's yours. Dragon Ball Z. And join tonight. We do have Kenneth Ship, once again, promoted from special guest to co-host. And the Krillin of our group. We do have the Krillin of our group here tonight, Jerry Maynard.
I haven't died yet. And I have hair.
Sensu Bean!
Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. If anybody's Krillin, it's you, because you don't have hair.
That's why I'm Piccolo.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I think he's saying because your phone keeps going out, that's your own counter. No.
Sensu Bean! Alright, so we're talking about Dragon Ball Z tonight. Let's just get to the topic. It's awesome. That's all I'm going to say about it. I love it.
Gosh. There's so much of my childhood tied up into that show. Like, so much.
Are you saying so much of your childhood is tied up into it? Because so much of your childhood was spent watching it and loving it and embracing it and just absolutely enduring the greatness that is Dragon Ball Z? Or so much of your childhood because the show ran for so long with so much filler that it filled up so much of your childhood?
Yes, and also the endless time that I spent trying to go Super Saiyan in my free time, and it just didn't work.
Oh, God. Man, if I could have gone Super Saiyan back 10 years ago when I had the long hair, that would have been perfect. I could have looked like Brawly. Nowadays, I would have been like Krillin with some bleached out eyebrows.
That's okay. We can paint some dots on the forehead one day.
You don't know
you haven't
this?
seen the pictures? Oh,
I've never
man.
seen a picture of Zach in hair.
Oh, my God.
We have things to show you.
Yeah, it's not great. But yeah, anyway, so nowadays, the only part of me that could go Super Saiyan would be my eyebrow hair and my back hair, and nobody wants to see a back hair Super Saiyan.
Your back hair just starts spiking up and turning blonde.
Oh, God. So the reason why we're talking about Dragon Ball Z is because Jer Bear here introduced me to one of the greatest YouTube shows I've ever seen, which is Dragon Ball Z Abridged. We've all seen it, and if you haven't seen it, you need to see it. You need to go check it out right now. Go to YouTube, Team 4-Star, and watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged. It's amazing. Now, we've talked about this earlier, Dragon Ball Z was filled with so much filler. There's entire episodes where they're just standing there talking at each other, like Planet Namek is going to die in 3 minutes. 5 episodes later, it's still there. Dragon Ball Z Abridged edits down 12 hours worth of material into 2 hours at some times on some of these seasons.
Honestly, Dragon Ball Z, the original series, is just the best way of showing how to make the most out of your time in the first place. I mean, if you can turn 3 minutes into 5 episodes, clearly they know how to make the most of their time.
They are the best at stalling ever.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Strategy.
I'm pretty sure we waited about 2 years for Goku to turn Super Saiyan.
Oh, it was worth it.
But to be fair, no one knew it was coming, so we weren't really waiting for
it. Bull crap. I heard about Super Saiyan level 3 before he even turned Super Saiyan. All my friends had seen the pictures and everything online, and they knew that he was going to turn Super Saiyan a year before he ever did. We all knew it was coming.
Wait. Wasn't that back when the internet was hard to access and crap, and it took 30 minutes for a web page to load?
Oh, do you remember the times? All right, so we'd all print out DBZ pictures and put them in our binders, and you could tell who was having the most painstaking time doing that, because whatever kid had the most of those in his binder, you're like, dude, you must have sat in front of your computer and downloaded 4 hours.
Yeah, but
gosh, I forgot all about
honestly,
that.
It was just like watching Dragon Ball Z.
Exactly. That's so accurate.
Okay, but seriously, as much as we're knocking on the filler of the episodes, there's so much classicness tied up in this show. You have all the Super Saiyan forms. You have the continual banter between Goku and Vegeta. You've got Piccolo, who is the coolest anti-hero like I've ever seen, actually. You have Gohan, who goes from being the chosen one to not so much, but I still like Gohan.
Oh, yeah, he went from being the chosen one to the Great Saiyan Man.
Yeah.
He became a Power Ranger.
Thanks for ruining that one. Dude,
you know what the problem with Gohan is, though?
What?
They
What?
waited too long to make him the number one guy. I mean, think about by the time they get to Cell is when they finally start switching over and are trying to make Gohan like Goku's successor. But by the time that happens, you're annoyed by him. Like, you don't care anymore. I mean, he's still a cool character, but he's kind of been getting on your nerves as that kid that
I disagree
Piccolo's got to
completely.
save.
Like, he starts off as a kid I don't care about at all, because the one he was just annoying as crap during the Saiyan saga with Raditz and Raditz and Nappa and Vegeta. And then by the time he's done with the Frieza saga, I start to care. By the time I'm done with the Cell saga, that's when I'm invested, and I'm ready for him to be the number one guy.
Yeah, because he grows up during the Cell saga. He stops being what a whiny prick. He has some great character development.
He is still
he has
a whiny
good
prick
character-
during the Cell saga. Oh my
Not
gosh.
nearly as much as he
Yeah,
used
but
to
it's
be.
about him.
When's the last time you went back and rewatched it?
About a year ago.
Go. You need to go back and specifically just watch the Cell saga and come back and ask me, do you really like him during the Cell saga?
No, I hate him after the Cell saga. Like, instantly he becomes the number one guy. He is Goku's successor. It's the passing of the torch. He's going to be the new hero of the show. And then they're like, now you're going to be the super gay superhero named the Great Saiyan Man.
It's really funny, though, because they make a play on, like, they comment on that in the midst of the Buu saga. Like, Vegeta walks up to him and is like, man, he's like, you used to be stronger than all of us, and now you're weaker than us because you haven't been, like, working at all. Like, Vegeta comments on this.
Yeah, like he took a couple years off and he just didn't do anything.
To be fair,
So it's
he
not
probably
like
thought
they
everything
were
was
doing
over,
it.
though.
Okay, so growing up watching it, who was your character? Who was your guy? Because we were talking about this in Academy 2 years ago. Who was your guy during the show? Kenny.
Vegeta.
All right, Vegeta, Jerry.
I really like Piccolo a lot.
I was a Goku guy.
You would be.
I mean, he's a Superman light. Let's be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
No, don't bring that up. No, don't bring that up. Why would you? No, no.
Kenny, why Vegeta?
Because he was sarcastic the entire time. I loved his banner. And I loved how much Goku got on his nerves. So if there's any reason why I did like Goku, it was because of Vegeta. But that made me like Vegeta more. Like, so there, and that gets played up even more in a DBZ Abridged. But you think about how much humor they added to it. It's like, but they didn't have to change too much. Like, a lot of that was just there. They're just setting up for comedic effect. But a lot of that stuff was already there.
A lot of it was
Like,
there, but then the DBZ Abridged, they just exaggerate it and pull it from it even more. Especially like the commentary between Vegeta and Bulma.
Yeah.
All right, so why Piccolo then?
Because he is this character who starts off as... Okay, so I watched Dragon Ball too, so I have Piccolo's background from Dragon Ball.
Oh, you watched Dragon
So
Ball?
yeah, I've watched the whole thing. It's
Oh,
awesome.
God.
It's not as cool as Dragon Ball Z, but it's very interesting. But I watched all of that, and so I knew Piccolo's background from that, and seeing Piccolo go from like this terribly evil character that everyone's supposed to be terrified of to finding a character that he actually starts to give a crap about in the midst of Dragon Ball Z and seeing his development as a character, I really appreciated that because in the midst, he's not some hollowed out just good guy. Like, he's like, oh, this guy has depth. Like, he is actually like legitimately very cool, and he is like, he's not a Saiyan. He's keeping up with everybody in the midst of that. He's like one of the few characters that maintains keeping up with everybody for most of the series that's not a Saiyan. And to me, that was pretty impressive.
Okay.
Plus, he can regrow his arms. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was rather convenient.
What's funny is like 2 years ago in Academy, like I was just sitting there in class, like we were at a break, and like three guys were talking about the show. I didn't realize it at the time. They were talking about it, and they were looking around. They're like, Nichols. And I'm like, what's up? They're like, you're weird. You watched Dragon Ball Z growing up, didn't you? And I'm like, oh, yeah. every episode. I got them all on DVD. And they're asking me, like, who's your favorite character? And I'm like, Goku. They're like, oh, that's not what we wanted. Okay, who's your second favorite character? Vegeta. All right, well, who's your third favorite character? Trunks. All right, who's your fourth favorite character? Gohan. And they're like, they're wanting me to say Piccolo. And they're like, what about Piccolo? I'm like, Piccolo's my ninth favorite character, man. Piccolo sucks. Which I don't know why they wanted me to...
Whoa. All right, finish that list out. Because who else?
Wait, hold
I
on.
said like my ninth. All right, like it'd be Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, Gohan, Goten, Gotenks, Gogeta, Vegito. I'm at 8.
Vegeto's
Piccolo.
No, you don't get to do that. Vegito is 2 characters.
You didn't say anything about Gotenks. I couldn't do it on that one. Fine then. All right.
Yeah,
Goku,
same rule.
Vegeta, Trunks, Gohan, Goten, Krillin, Yamcha, Chaozu,
Yamcha.
the talking
Yamcha
the talking
Piccolo.
cat,
You're gonna put Yamcha above
Master Roshi,
Piccolo.
Hercule, Bibbidi, Bobbidi, Boo,
Bibbidi.
Cell. Pretty much like all
Why
these
do you
guys
hate
better than
Piccolo?
Piccolo.
Why don't
Why
you
do
just
you
put
hate
King
Piccolo?
DDD and Meta Knight above him too while you're at it?
While we're at
Jeez.
it, Bulma. I like Bulma better. I'm just kidding.
Wow,
I'm just ripping
really?
on Piccolo now. No, Goku was always my favorite just because he's the hero of the piece. He's